Hey, ooh, are we live? Yeah, we're live. Hey guys, how you going? Welcome. So here we are. It is almost 10 o'clock at night, and I'm sitting here with Aldwyn Altuney, the amazing media queen, and I have been with Aldwyn all day. Poor me, right?
What about me?
So here we are sitting. We've been talking today. We've been doing a couple of things actually. So Aldwyn came over and we have done your sales process. We started with. We did your sales process today, and then this evening you did my media consultation. So a media consultation to get me out to the masses. And can I just say, I did this. I'm going to lower this a little bit because that way we can like lean back a little.
Yes, there we
So,
go.
is that better?
Yeah,
That's
nice,
good.
yeah.
So can I just say that the media consultation was absolutely phenomenal. Like, it was fantastic. It was really, really good. It's actually given me a lot of clarity and a lot of understanding, one, into what you do, but two, into how I can take myself forward and get some PR, which would be really, really good. So, and I believe you're going to do that for me, which would be even better. So that was phenomenal. But yeah, today was huge, right?
It's been a huge day. It doesn't feel like it's been a huge day though. Like, it just feels like the whole day has flown for me. I don't know about you. You're looking exhausted, but no, I'm fine.
Yeah, I said
Yeah.
I'm done. Right?
It's been a fantastic day, and when you love what you do, as they say, you never have to work another day in your life if you love what you do, right? And I think something with both of us, Andrew, is we both love what we do, and I think it shows. There's passion in us when we talk about what we do and why we do what we do. And
I think sometimes there might be too much passion in both of us. That's why, like, Aldwyn and I spent it's like we half the time we'd be looking like, oh, another 40 minutes has passed and we were just talking about rubbish. Damn, let's keep going. But you're right. I think business is passion, and I think people always debate as to what's the most important factor to business. Is it mindset or is it technique? Right? There's like these conversations, people say 80% of business is mindset, and it's all technique or it's all mindset or blah, blah, blah. You know what I always say? I reckon it's a two-part process. Right? I'm always about processes, aren't I? Right? I reckon it's a two-part process. I think you need to have the mindset first. That comes first, right? Yes. And then once you've got the mindset though, you have to have the technique to be able to move forward and grow, right?
Absolutely.
And to grow your business to the next level, again, it's mindset first, so you're not held back, and then technique to get there. And it's like this stepping process, right? But I think, and I think what I noticed today is we both have the mindset at this point. Like, we both absolutely have that mindset. I mean, you've done some insane level of training. And I've been thousands of hours of personal development myself. So mindset, I think, is neither one of our issues.
Yes.
Right? But we are everyone's good at something, at one thing or two things, right? We're not good at everything. The most successful people in the world didn't become the most successful people in the world because they're good at everything, right? They became the most successful people in the world because they're good at one, exceptionally good at something, and they get other people around them to help them, yeah?
Yes, absolutely. Like, Richard Branson's a great example of this. He's just built an amazing team around him with the whole Virgin Empire. He's a great example of someone, and he'll actually admit, I'm not great at things, but I get the right people in for the job, and a lot of people hire on attitude, right?
Absolutely. Well, you have to. What was it that, who was it that said it? I think it might have been Bill Gates said, let me hire someone lazy, but with a great attitude, because I'll find the most efficient way of doing something.
Right.
And I was like, how good is that? Don't hire lazy people. That's not the point. But you know what I mean? It's actually quite cool. It's actually quite a good little analogy. But yeah, that's the thing is, like, you're not supposed to be good at everything. Yeah. You're not supposed to be the perfect business owner, right? Like, I mean, you've had your troubles in business. I've certainly had my troubles in business. Definitely. Right? Business is not supposed to be super easy, or everyone would do it, wouldn't they?
Yes.
If you could make $1 million like that, everyone would make $1 million like that. But then $1 million wouldn't be worth anything.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You know, it takes something. Like I say, life is like a roller coaster ride.
I
right?
totally thought you were about to say life is like a box of chocolate. I was going to be like, nope, we're not saying that.
It's like a roller coaster ride, right? Sometimes you go down, sometimes you come up, sometimes you go round and round circles, sometimes you go backwards. You know, and the thing to remember is that after every breakdown, there's a breakthrough. If you just hang in for the ride of life, just stay strapped in, not strapped on, strapped in.
We did say late night chats. We never said professional chats. We said late night chats. So just bear that in mind.
Kind of ties in with my new awesome step section.
It so does.
Yes, if you want to discover new awesome steps to gaining free publicity, then come along to my upcoming event.
They are awesome.
They are awesome. Anyway, I digress. So, you know, stay in there for the ride. Now, I say this actually with all seriousness because I've had depression over the years, which is part of why I've done so much personal development. Actually, Andrew, because I've had some really dark moments in my life. You know, I was bullied as a kid. I was a first generation Australian growing up in the Northern Beaches area of Sydney. I've got Greek, Turkish, Ukrainian background, which is why, you know, both of us are so animated because we both have some Greek in us. And you know, and I love people of all cultures. However, growing up as a first generation Australian was very difficult for me. And, you know, I never felt I belonged. And, you know, mindset is absolutely crucial. And what really helped me through my dark moments was having a better understanding of myself and a better understanding of others, which came with personal development. And in fact, Landmark Education was one of the best courses I've ever done, one of the cheapest, most effective programs I've done with any of my personal development. And that, you know, that in that course, I actually got my parents back because we had a very strained relationship for years. And, you know, since then I've had 4 friends actually take their own lives because of depression. And, you know, there's about 1 million people a year worldwide who actually take their own lives, which I think is absolutely tragic. And, you know, as a kid, my dad would religiously watch the news every single night. And we know a lot of news can be really negative, right? And I remember even as a kid in Sydney, I remember one night after watching the news, I remember just going up to Dad and just crying and going and hugging my dad and being so sad about why are people so cruel? Why is it so awful out there? Why is the world like this? I just didn't understand it as a kid. And if you keep buying into all that negativity time after time after time after time, you will end up depressed and potentially suicidal because you think, what's the point of going on living if there's so much negativity out there?
It affects your thought patterns.
It does, absolutely. And research has actually shown that negative news can lead to depression and anxiety, which eventually could lead to suicide, right? So something I'm really passionate about now is actually promoting more good news.
Hey, Yanni.
Hey, Yanni. Promoting more good news in the mass media. And I actually set up a Global Good News Day on the 8th of the 8th, 2018 to help inspire more good news in the world and to help get people more conscious to the news that they're consuming and the news that we're also putting out in our social media, which is so powerful nowadays.
I think that, you know, I mean, a lot of what you said there was actually really, really powerful and really important because I think it is depression, anxiety, and, you know, is such a powerful and it's such an important thing for us to talk about and understand. And I actually think a lot of the time is that a lot of what we put out into the world is a lot of negativity. Like everyone puts a lot of negativity. I actually want to start, like I was telling you before, I want to start a movement called the Promote Happiness Movement, right? Because I think these days, and I mean, tell me if you think I'm wrong. And actually, anyone watching, Yanni, I'd love your opinion on this actually, mate. So please comment, let me know. So I think, you know, I think these days, we've got lots of people saying that, you know, which is absolutely true, and we absolutely need, and it needs to be faced and talked about amongst all of us. Absolutely, and that's exactly what I'm about to say. We need to talk about depression and suicide. Like, it's a really big thing. We absolutely need to talk about it. You know, I know members of my own family struggle with depression. I know members of my, you know, my immediate family. Hey, Betty, how you going, mate?
Hey, Betty.
So, you know, I know members of my own family. I know members of you know, like my immediate family and my family now. So like my family as a child and, you know, my new family. I know members that struggle with depression and anxiety. And I think, you know, but we are told to talk about it and really bring up our problems, lots, and we need to share that with the world, because the more you share it, the more you can get help, and the more you can get help, you should never feel ashamed of it. What I do struggle with, though, is I think that amongst that, there's a lot of saying that we shouldn't bring up our happiness, right? Because it could potentially negatively affect people who are suffering from that. Like, we shouldn't say that we're happy. We shouldn't say, we're almost feeling at this point like we should push our happiness down and not promote our happiness. But I think that spreads negativity in the world, and it doesn't spread positivity. And I think, happiness, love, positivity, and fun, true fun, they're such sacred things. And I think we desperately need more of that in the world.
I totally agree. And, the thing is people are shooting all over themselves all over the place, right? No matter what you do, there's going to be someone out there.
That always makes me laugh.
They're shooting all over themselves. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, there's going to be someone who loves what you say and someone who hates what you say, someone who loves what you do, someone who hates what you do. And the thing is, particularly if you're going to put yourself out there in any way and make a statement, such as what you're talking about with happiness or with good news or whatever it is that you're promoting, you're always going to have people that love you and hate you. The more you put yourself out there, you'll have more of that. So you need to be true to yourself, no matter what others say. And I think in life, there's two places you can come from. There's love or there's fear.
That's what I'm saying. Yanni, that's what, sorry. I was looking at Yanni, he's saying, I disagree. A positive person putting out positive vibes can only be good. That's what I'm saying, Yanni. That's exactly what I'm saying, is exactly that. Yeah. Is that we need more positive people putting out positive vibes. I think we're being told not to put out positive vibes because it can, I think we're being told that we really need to affect our, really need to help people speak up about their depression and anxiety, which I absolutely agree with. But I think that we're then a lot of us are being held back and told that, don't put out positive vibes, because it might offend someone or it might hurt someone or it might do this. But I'm saying promote happiness, right? It's so powerful. Love, happiness, positivity, and fun. They're so sacred. Absolutely. And put them out there. Just share them. But we treat them like they're nothing these days.
Well, some people do, right? Some people do. And the thing is that, there's a lot of talk in social media that everything looks like it's so happy and shiny and bright, and it's not, being true to what's really going on for people. Well, I mean, that could be the case too. I mean, I think at the same time there is a lot of authenticity in social media as well. I think a lot of people are sharing their heart, and particularly some of our friends, right? They've been putting all sorts of long posts about all sorts of things.
I'm pretty standard, pretty just me. You're you.
Yeah.
You don't hide anything.
Yeah, I think authenticity is the new currency, in fact. I think integrity, authenticity, being honest with yourself, truthful to yourself and others. And that could be at times, you could be happy, you could be sad, you could be whatever. I mean, there's all sorts of emojis, right? There's times we're going to go through all sorts of emotions in life. But it's like, what are you going to focus on? Are you going to focus on things that you hated about your day or things that you loved about your day, right? What was the best thing about your day? It's a great thing I learned today.
Yeah, right.
What's the best thing about your day? What's the worst thing about your day?
What was the best thing about your day?
What was our sales process?
What was your favourite part of the day?
Our sales process and going through that was extraordinary today. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah. Same. My favourite part of the day was the media consultation. I think actually at the end of it, like I had a different favourite part of the day at dinner. Yes. Right, but
we hadn't done the media consultation.
Yeah, we hadn't. I think my favourite part of the day was that. It was just really cool to talk about it, to open up to it. Yes. I just think it's so important to share. Share that with people. To share your happiness, your positivity, and we teach our children, right, that they should share both. I mean, you notice that, but did you notice which one we put first?
Yes.
Yeah, we put the happiness first, right? Happiness first, right? Share your positives first, and then share with me, know that, with our children particularly, every night at dinner, right? What we're talking about is every night at dinner we do two things. We say, what's your favorite part of the day? And then what's your least favorite part of the day? But what we want to do first is we ask for the good news first. And we celebrate the good news, and we really celebrate it. We talk about it for ages around the table about this great news. And then, we also want to ask our children to really talk to us, open up to us. So we say, what was your least favorite part of the day? What's something we can help you with? And they share with us. And so we all go around and do it. Doesn't matter who's at our table, whether you're a client, whether you're a friend, whether you're family, everyone does it. It's our rule because it teaches the kids that it's so important to share your positive side and your positive thoughts. And it's really important to share your negative. I won't even say negative. You're more challenging, your challenging thoughts and challenging things during your day. I think, share your good news and your bad news, not just your good news.
I love that. And, you know the yin yang symbol, about balance, light and dark. And that is great balance, right? To look at the positives and the more challenging things. And what I would suggest even to add a third thing to that, and after looking at the best things and the most challenging part of your day, is then look at what are you grateful for today? And then bring it back into the light again. And say, okay, what are you grateful for out of those two
Sandwich.
things? Right? Sandwich feedback.
Positive sandwich. Give them a positive sandwich. Wouldn't that be good news? How good would that be? News wants ratings, right? So they put drama, right?
Yes.
But I reckon that if you could get the news and you could put positive at the top, drama in the middle, positive at the bottom, that would change the fabric of our very existence.
Absolutely. Totally.
There you go. Channel 9, Channel 10, Channel 7,
That's
CNBC,
right.
Sky News, all of you, right? Positive sandwich,
Yes.
just saying.
Well, the good news is, Andrew, there is actually a good news movement happening across the world. We actually have Huffington Post has good news sections, news.com.au has a good news section. They also have a WTF section. There's also MSN. There's a happy newspaper in England that went viral. Like people are being drawn to positive news. People want more positivity. They want more happiness. They want to be lifted up. They want hope. They want encouragement. They want to see what's possible. We're sick of all the dramas and all the coronavirus bloody stories, to get everyone vaccinated. Okay, let's just not go there. Anyway, we're
wrong. This is late night chats with Aldwyn Altuney, not political. Holy crap, we're getting into some heavy stuff chats.
Yes. Well, question everything I say, particularly if there's mass media hysteria going on. Question it and do your own research. That's what I suggest.
Yeah, I think. I think the world's probably just getting a little bit sick of spreading darkness. Spread some light.
Yes, spread some light.
Spread some light on the world.
Indeed.
Right?
Be light and shiny like us.
So, I really want to talk about while we've got people, while everyone's on and watching, and we've shared a lot about positivity and happiness and business, and we've talked a little bit about everything tonight. I really wanted to. I've actually worked with you for. I've known you for quite a while now, and we've obviously started working together now, and I'm really excited for what's to come.
Yes,
and
me too.
What I wanted to know about you, what I want them to know is, one, how do they get in touch with you, and two, one, what do you do, and why is what you do so important, and two, how do they get in touch with you? Go.
Well, I think that was actually three, but anyway.
No, it's just one. Why do they get... I suppose. What do you do and why is it so important?
Okay.
So that's kind of one.
So what and why? Okay.
What and why?
What and why? Let's start with the what. Okay, what do? I help people get their message to the masses using online and offline media. So as a photojournalist, I've worked in the media in one way or another, been in the media for 36 years now. Yes, I know I look about 25. I know, stop it. I'm actually 46. And I've had an amazing career in the media, and I've helped people gain millions of dollars worth of millions of dollars worth of media coverage. So I help people get publicity, get themselves out there, share messages that can good news stories that can help shift the world one person at a time, one story at a time. That's what I help people do, is share their message with the world, and of course that increases sales in business, increases leads. The benefits are
so that's
far
the why.
And wide. And I love seeing people shine and helping people see how amazing they are. And when people get publicity, they get that. They build confidence in themselves and their message, and they want to go out and serve more people.
And if you share like a good news story, like you help people get their good news stories out, right? Like let's say you got someone like Amanda is watching, you got her story out there, or Jillian's story out there, right? Mm-hmm. And then they share these really positive, beautiful stories of helping people
Yes.
and how they can help people. I mean, that is the ripple effect of that. Imagine the ripple effect of such a positive story hitting 300, 500,000 people. God, that's an impact.
Oh, it's huge, or even millions of people. And the power of the media nowadays, the whole world of the media has changed, right? We know that only in the last 15 years we've had social media. Now we have 3 billion active social media users across the world. That's nearly half of the world's population are on social media. So what's happening now is that traditional media outlets and journalists are looking to social media every single day for story ideas, and you're actually seeing now footage from social media on TV all the time. I'm seeing news stories with social media images. So constantly journalists are scouring for stories and footage on social media because they don't have enough crews to be able to get out to things as they're happening. Now with the immediacy of social media, everything is instant and you never know when you could be in the news. And also the thing about it is if you get on TV, radio, or in print, magazines or newspapers, that media outlet will have a social media element. They will also have the website that they put their story on. So now you've got this mass media coverage. No longer is it just that you're just appearing in your local paper. The local paper is then sharing the stories online. Radio is sharing the stories and the visuals also on their website and on their social media. And TV are also linking all their stories to their social media pages. So it's massive now what can be done in the world of getting yourself out there and sharing good news.
Well, I think that the big thing is these days is that people have the idea with social media that traditional media is kind of dead. And I think they have the idea that traditional media, maybe not even be dead, but it might be dying, or it's not as effective, or you know what the thing is that when I share something on my channel, right? On my channel, I get 5 people viewing or 10 people, or, we've got a couple thousand people that we share to. You share it on the Channel 9 channel, right? Which has a million followers. And I actually don't know how many followers they have, but let's say they've got a million followers. They, even then, right, they might get 100,000 people actually view that video, because Facebook is like a roller coaster of stories, right? And it just, not even a roller coaster, like a wheel. It's like a waterfall, is what I'm thinking. It's like a waterfall of story, right? Because it just keeps going and going and going and going, and you just miss stuff, right? How many times has something been out there for like a day, 5 days, 10 days, and you still haven't seen it, and then it suddenly pops up on your feed. You're like, that was 14 days ago that your friend posted this, and now it's on your feed? Has it happened here before?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But in the traditional media, I think, there's 100,000 people watching at that particular moment.
Yes.
Right? In that message. Like someone releases a newspaper, or, it's on the, let's say it goes into, let's say Channel 9 or someone releases something onto their website. How many people go onto the Channel 9 website just to check the news? Right?
Or on their Facebook page.
Yeah, or on their Facebook page, and because they just want to know the news. The thing is, it's just so much more powerful with those channels, because people know to go there to collect a certain type of information.
Yes.
Would that be right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, people are checking out all the media outlets now. So sure, the media world has changed a little bit. Some magazines are closed down, like Dolly magazine closed its printed edition, but they've still got over 2 million readers with the online edition, right? So they just changed forms. So some media outlets are stopping the printed publication, but I don't think it's going to go anywhere fast. It's kind of like books and ebooks. People still want to have something hard. They still want to read magazines and newspapers.
I legit ordered a book, the new High Performance Habits by Brendan Burchard. I ordered that.
I ordered that too. Yeah. Brendan Burchard. He's got a good sales process.
Not just that. He's a monster. He's absolutely fantastic. So, but I ordered that, and I got it delivered I got the physical book delivered. So I had a choice, and I got the physical. I want the book.
Me too. And then I bought the upsell too. I bought the planner that went with it as well.
I didn't. I kind of wish I did now though. It was like $14 for the planner, and now if I want it, I got to pay $49. Nah.
Yeah. I think I did pay $49 anyway. But it's great. It's amazing. Brendan Burchard, awesome.
Yeah, but that's my point though. Is we both 2 people. We didn't We're not, any more, we didn't plan it out, but we both ordered the book, right?
Yes.
I think a lot of the time people probably think, oh, but all these young kids, they don't even care about books. But they're not the only ones in the world just yet, right? I've got a lot of years left in me.
Yes,
right?
Absolutely.
Right? You got a lot of years left in me, right? So I think, the media's around. I also think the media is just such a powerful tool, right? From, if you can get, how many of you actually out there, please, if you're watching and you feel like commenting, would love to know, how many of you struggle to get, 150, 200, 300, 400 views on any of the stuff that you post and get out there? Imagine if you could get yourself out there to 500,000 in one hit. What would that do for your business? What would that do for your... Oh, my.
Absolutely. Well, in fact, what happened on the 27th of April 2000 is Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, appeared on Oprah. And after the 1-hour show, Oprah turned to Robert and said, "Congratulations, Rich Dad. We've just sold you 1 million books." Now, at that time, Robert Kiyosaki was making $5 per book. So in a 1-hour show on Oprah, he made $5 million. Such is the power of media.
Jeez. I mean, that's Oprah.
That is Oprah.
That's Oprah.
Sure, that is
and
Oprah.
You know what? And I just want to point out that at least 400 of those books were sold by, you get a book, you get a book, you get a
Classic. I mean, do you know what? Rich Dad, Poor Dad actually came out in 1997. So it was 3 years later that it actually took off once he had that one media spot. Isn't that interesting?
Well, yeah, of course. But, I mean, absolutely. I mean, it just makes sense. It just, particularly in 2000, back then, there wasn't a lot of social media. I think back then it was MySpace, wasn't it?
I don't think that was even around, or might have been around maybe late 90s. Yeah, maybe it started late 90s. MySpace.
Do you remember MySpace?
I think Facebook was about 2004.
Yeah, and I remember when MySpace, when Facebook first came out, and everyone was like, "Nah, it won't take over MySpace. Nah," and it literally crushed MySpace.
Yes.
So we've got comments here. Hang on, let's read these.
Which goes to show too, you've got to change with the times, right? Things are changing rapidly out there, and you need to be on top of your game to stay in business. You need to get the sales process sorted. It's crucial. I wish I did it when I started my business in 2002. I wish I knew about you back then. You were much younger, probably a teenager back then.
I don't think I was selling sales processes back then. I think I was selling myself to ladies in a club. I'm pretty sure back then.
Well, I'm so grateful that I did your sales process today, Andrew. It was phenomenal.
You're welcome.
And we do have some comments. What are the comments?
So it's we got Angelique. Hi guys, that sounds a great idea to share the positivity. Absolutely, promote happiness. Remember, guys, what I'd love everyone to do actually is whenever you're sharing anything, I'm trying to start a bit of a movement. I'm going to start doing it on every one of my posts. I've actually got it as the background on my screen where we say, on all the posts, we just go hashtag, we promote something happy and we say hashtag promote happiness, right? Because I want to start sharing positivity. I think it's really powerful.
Yeah.
Jillian, so agree, guys. So happy to see you doing this. Thank you so much, Jillian. We, I think we're just all on the same page at the moment. Is we just want some good news, some happiness. The sacred acts of happiness, love, positivity, and fun. I reckon me personally, I think the most important thing for us to share is fun.
Yes.
Because fun breeds positivity, happiness, and love.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love Brendan Bouchard. Amanda says, I love Brendan Bouchard. The owner is awesome. I think she meant the planner. The planner is awesome. The planner is awesome.
Well, I have some awesome steps too to share in my media workshop.
Yeah, you'll like that. Yeah. So the planner is awesome. You know what? I'm gonna get the planner. I'm gonna commit to it. I'm gonna get the planner. I'm gonna do it. And then yes, remember MySpace. That's right.
Yes, remember MySpace.
So all right. So we've told them what you do. We've told them why we told them why it's important. So what you do, why it's important.
Why it's important. Why it's important because too many people die with the music in them, and too many people die too soon. Only a few weeks ago, a good friend of mine, Peter McLaughlin in Sydney, he had 2 businesses. He came to 2 of my media workshops in Sydney, the How to Gain $1 Million worth of free publicity workshop. He gave me a testimony on LinkedIn. He said, Aldwyn, I love what you do. I'm just not ready yet. and he got pancreatic cancer just a month ago or so. A few weeks later, he was dead. So 55 years old.
Wow.
You know, it's very, very sad. Too many people put things off, right? So I'm not ready yet. I'll do it when such and such happens. Or, you know, the thing is, you'll never be fully ready for anything. It's kind of like people who have children. Are they ever really ready for children? I've never had children. You know, you'll never be really ready. It's a matter of when do you want to step up.
You know what a good example is?
What's a good example?
Who here was ready to go into business? Who here was like, yes, I'm so ready, and then got into business and like, you know what? I was ready. Nothing went wrong. It was all perfect. I don't think I've ever heard that story.
No, I don't know anyone who's really. I think people just land in there somehow. I mean, I started a photography business after working with a Brisbane company doing photography, and I had a few small car accidents, and I thought, why don't I just do this for myself? I was working as a journalist at the Gold Coast Sun at the time in 2002, and that's how my photography business started. I had no idea what I was doing.
AA expose.
Double A expose photography back then, and then I left my journalism position in 2005, and it evolved into a media business. Double A expose.
There you go. And I think, okay, so now, guys, I believe you have some events coming up.
I do. I've got the How to Gain $1 Million worth of free publicity workshop, which I give so much great content. People have gone straight out after this workshop and gone and got free PR. In fact, I probably give too much content in this workshop. However, I don't hold back. You're going to actually hear my new 7 awesome steps to gaining free publicity, and they're a little bit cheeky. We worked on them today, and we just couldn't stop laughing.
They are. I'm glad we changed the last one though.
Yeah.
I think that needed to be changed.
The E definitely needed to be changed.
That was. Oh.
The awesome steps.
If you want to know what the old E was, go to the workshop. She'll tell you.
I'll tell you.
Right? Yeah. If you want to know the old E, if you're keen to hear the old E, go to the workshop.
You'll laugh hysterically. Well, the idea is we have fun, right? So I've got that workshop coming up in Brisbane on the 28th of April. It'll be at the Manly Hotel, and the same workshop also at the Quality Hotel Mermaid Waters on the Gold Coast, 7th of May, 9:30 to 1:30 p.m. for both events. Both events also at the same venues will be my Mass Media Tribe Meetup events. And I've got Dr. Christian Willems, who's going to be speaking on the 28th of April at the Manly Hotel, 5:30 till 9 p.m. The meetup will be on, and he's going to be talking about how to present powerful videos. And then on the 7th of May, we've got Melissa Groom, who's going to be talking about how to monetize your message with videos as well. So we've got video marketing as a bit of a theme. So the Mass Media Tribe events to help people get their message out to the masses, and the media workshops to help you step up and get free publicity. Whether you want to work with me or you want to learn the strategies, the workshop, I will be teaching you secrets that you will not get anywhere else and that I've gained from my years of media experience. So go to Mass Media Tribe if you want to check any of those out. Come and join the group, and all the events are listed in there in Mass Media Tribe on Facebook. Hello, awesome. Angelique.
Awesome.
I've done Aldwyn's workshop. It's amazing. Oh, thank you, Angelique.
She's got a lot to say. She says, I'm listening to this. Angelique says, I'm listening to this. I'm actually reading about creative strategy and advertising for uni. I love both of your strategies to help business owners. Aldwyn, your story is so powerful. I was not ready nor prepared for the first year. Showed us some fantastic lessons. Yes, business always shows you fantastic lessons.
Thank you, Angelique. And the workshop's amazing. Thank you so much. I'd love to see you back again. Now, at the moment, anyone who has attended any of my previous workshops can come back for free to the 2 coming up. So that's an offer I'm making. Anyone who's attended any previous ones, come back for free to these workshops. The meetups are extra. You'll need to pay for the meetups. They're cheap as chips, though. Come along, and you'll be there, right, Andrew?
I will be. I will definitely be at the meetup, and I will likely be at the workshop too.
Yes, and I'll be at your event. I'll be at your event too. I'll be at the workshop and the meetup.
Yeah,
okay,
the workshop and the meetup. I think we've got a meeting that afternoon actually. Either way, it doesn't matter. Have we got actually, because we want them to come to your meetup, right?
Yes.
Not to your meetup, to your event.
Both
events.
Both events.
Mass
right? Media Tribe.
Make a day, a media day.
Make a media day.
Make a media day.
28th of April, Brisbane. 7th of May, Gold Coast.
So, is there, for my crew, for all these lovely people watching, we've got 4 on right now, and we've had lots of people watching, and we'll have lots of people watch over there. Is there an offer that you get, a special deal, so to speak, for my crew watching right now? Look at me
Okay,
swindling
okay.
you a deal here. I'm just saying.
Okay. Oh, a deal. All right, you put me on the spot here. Okay. Well, I mean, the Meetup event is it's one ticket for $10 online plus booking fee, or $15 for 2 tickets online plus booking fee, or $15 at the door for 1 ticket. Right? That's the Meetup event. The workshop is $47 plus booking fee online for 1 ticket, or $84 plus booking fee for 2 tickets. So what I will offer is for anyone who buys any of those packages to bring an extra person free. So if you buy 1 ticket, you bring another person free on that ticket. So basically for the workshop, you don't pay the $84, $47, bring 1 person free. Mention Andrew, okay, so you get 2 tickets for the price of 1 for the workshop, and also for the Meetup at the online prices, which is crazy.
So
I've never done it at that price.
The secret code is Andrew.
Andrew. Must mention Andrew. You'll get 2 tickets for the price of 1, or 4 tickets for the price of 2 if you want to get the 2 deal.
Absolutely. Well, then they could do like $59 and get both the events.
Yeah, you can get. Yeah, that's right. You get both events for 2 people. Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah, that is insane. You put me on the spot. There you go. So you get double what you pay for online.
I'm going to get in trouble. I'm going to get in trouble when we get off this.
Is that a great sales process strategy? Is it?
Yeah, and then next time I'm live on her thing, she'll be like, "So Andrew, I hear you were offering free attendance to any of your classes." So,
no pressure,
guys,
pressure.
So we now know what Aldwyn does. But anyone else out there, just remember also on the 21st of April, I have the Successful Entrepreneur, an evening with. And I'm releasing the guest speaker over the next couple of days. That basically, what we've done is change the format of how we do our networking events. Effectively, it's a dinner. So we sit down, we all order dinner. And over dinner, I do an interview. One day I'll be doing an interview with the fantastic Aldwyn Altuney in the next couple of months. So she'll be there as well. So basically we do an evening with someone, with a really high grade expert. And that expert, I do the interview for about 15 minutes, and then I actually open the floor for you guys to ask your most valuable questions and for them to solve your business problems or life problems at the table, right? It is extremely powerful. We recently just did one with the fantastic Melanie Taylor, and Melanie absolutely crushed it. It was one of the most amazing nights. Everyone was raving about it. Everyone just wanted to work with her after that. It was just insane. Right, so when Andrew free, yes, it is a free ticket. You get to come for free, so you get to come to my event for free, my meetup for free. It is 15 people maximum though, so I can only take 15 people. So I need you to register pretty much straight away. Go to my meetup, which is the Successful Entrepreneur, and register to get a ticket. There's only 15, and that's all we can take. If you would like to come along, let me know. I'll also check a link down below. Can you check a link to your events?
Yes, I will.
Where they can register?
Yes.
And thank you very much for watching. But before we go, any final words?
Hello, Roger. That was my final words. I was going to say, hello, Julie. Roger Holly's hopped on.
Oh, yes. What did they say? What did they say? Wow, late live. Yeah. Mate, we've been going all day. It's been insane. I think it's probably like 11 o'clock at this point. We've been on here for a while.
But right now, someone is waking up somewhere in the world. Okay, final words. I always say, you are extraordinary. Remember to shine your light bright and light up those around you. You never know who you can impact by sharing your story, by sharing your light, by living your most empowered life and loving what you do. And I suggest, while we are so honored and privileged to be on this planet, and I do believe everyone's a miracle, while we are here on the planet, I think we meet the people we meet for a reason. We do what we do for a reason. And I encourage you to step up with your message and to shine bright. Get it out there before it's too late. Do it now. Take action now. And here's to living your most extraordinary life and doing things smarter, not harder, by gaining free publicity and having an amazing sales process also to help capture those leads when you get the publicity and turn them into sales and serve more people with what you do.
Cool. And I think for final words for me, some of them I say in every single live, but before that, the ones to remember are, remember to never forget to do the 4 sacred processes of love, happiness, positivity, and more importantly, fun, which leads to the other 3. On that note, guys, surge your business, surge your life, surge your sales. Peace.
Beautiful. Bye.